Welcome back, everyone, to the deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're jumping into something pretty specific, but really important if you're dealing with certain standardized tests. We're talking about the IELTS opinion argument essay.
Right.
We've got a source here that honestly gives a great shortcut to understanding exactly what examiners are looking for. It's all about getting you informed fast.
Yeah, and it's interesting, isn't it? Because a lot of people think, okay, essay, I need to show both sides. Balance.
Exactly. That seems like the academic thing to do.
For this specific IELTS task, the crucial bit, really, is whether you can take a position to defend it in a written argument. That's the core skill they're testing.
Okay, so that immediately raises a big question for anyone taking the test. How strong, how unwavering does that position need to be?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, right? Many test takers do think, show I understand both perspectives, get a high score.
But the source warns against that, doesn't it? This idea of going halfway. Why is being neutral or, arguing both sides actually a bad idea here?
It really boils down to the task type. This isn't like a discuss both views essay. It's specifically testing if you can build one solid persuasive argument and stick to it.
Ah, okay.
So when you try to, say, agree in paragraph 1 and disagree in paragraph 2, you're actually not demonstrating that core skill. You weaken your own stance.
So you end up looking indecisive.
Precisely. You haven't shown conviction.
Okay.
And conviction, sustained persuasion, that's what the rubric rewards in this particular essay. It's not about balance here, it's about the strength of your chosen argument.
Okay, that makes sense. So if the prompt is basically asking you to pick a side and compromise isn't really the goal, how does that change the actual nuts and bolts, the structure of the essay, especially those body paragraphs?
It simplifies things, actually. The source is pretty blunt.
Yeah.
You have to commit fully. Meaning both your main body paragraphs need to support the same opinion, the one you stated in your introduction.
Both of them. No playing devil's advocate in one.
Nope. You're almost never asked for a neutral view here. So the topic sentence for paragraph 1 gives reason A for your opinion. The topic sentence for paragraph 2 gives reason B for the same opinion.
Two distinct reasons, one single stance.
Exactly. And a little tip from the source, often that second paragraph starts with something like likewise or furthermore to signal, here's another reason supporting my point. It shows that continuity.
Right, linking it back.
Nice.
Okay. And then the conclusion. How do you wrap up such a firmly one-sided argument?
It's pretty standard, actually, just 2 sentences usually, but vital. First sentence, rephrase your main argument, your thesis. Second sentence, state your opinion again clearly. No ambiguity.
Leave him in no doubt.
Exactly. It's like the final confirmation of where you stand.
Okay, let's maybe walk through that example the source gives. It's about building's practicality versus design. The prompt asks for your opinion. How would you kick off the intro to be super clear?
Right. So you might start broad, set the scene, something like modern buildings are going up everywhere. Then you can add a quick concession, just acknowledging the other view exists.
But not validating it.
Exactly. Like, although some argue practicality is key, others feel design is more important. You mention it, then pivot.
And then bam, the thesis. This is where you plant your flag, right?
That's the moment. It has to be totally clear. For instance, this essay will argue that a building's design is actually more critical than just its function. No hedging.
Got it. So topic sentence 1 then dives right into why design wins. Maybe something about culture.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Like, cities want unique building designs because they reflect their culture. That's reason 1.
Okay. And topic sentence 2. Still supporting design, maybe linking it to progress.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You could use that transition. Likewise, another key reason design matters is that it often represents modernity or societal advancement. See? Still on the same side.
Likewise, showing the connection. Yeah, that consistency feels really important, and the conclusion just echoes that commitment.
Totally. You just restate it. In conclusion, this essay highlighted 2 reasons why design outweighs function. In my view, design is superior because it embodies aspirations for the future. Something like that. Firm, clear, consistent.
Okay. So I think the big takeaway then from this deep dive, looking at the IELTS opinion essay, is pretty stark. Pick a side and stick to it, unequivocally.
Yes.
Use both body paragraphs to build that single case. Don't try to argue against yourself. It's all about demonstrating that persuasive conviction.
It really is. And, thinking beyond the test, this raises a broader point, doesn't it?
How so?
Well, this skill, being able to clearly articulate and defend one specific viewpoint, persuasively is not just for essays, is it? Think about everyday life, work discussions, emails.
Oh, yeah. being able to make your case clearly.
Exactly. Being able to construct a coherent argument for what you think and support it logically. That's a really valuable communication skill, way beyond just getting a test score. It's about making your voice count effectively.
That's a really powerful final thought. It connects the test prep to, well, real-world effectiveness. Great point. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We hope breaking this down was useful. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and we'll catch you next time.
Welcome to the deep dive. And get ready, because today we're really tackling one of the trickier essay prompts
Oh, yeah? Which one?
that discuss both views and give your opinion one. You can kind of...
Ah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be a real monster.
Totally. If you've ever just stared at the page, completely lost on how to handle those arguments coming from different directions, well, this should help. Think of it as a shortcut.
A shortcut to figuring out those complex debates. I like that.
Exactly. Now, this prompt type, some call it problem solution, others maybe double question. It's tricky because it gives you some info up front,
Right. It lays out two sides.
but then it leaves this, what our sources call an open analysis. Basically, it's asking you to fill in the gaps, often with solutions.
And that's the rub, isn't it? That open analysis part. You have to decide what goes in that second body paragraph. Usually solutions, like you said. It makes it this unique mix.
It really does. I remember finding these so confusing. But what's key here, it's not just about an FA formula. It's a way of thinking.
A mental model.
Yeah, you're not just laying out two sides like equals. The strategy our sources point to is you actually need to kind of challenge or talk down the first idea.
Talk down the initial subject given in the prompt.
Right, so you create this really clear contrast with what you're going to suggest as the alternative, the better way.
That makes sense. It's strategic. You're not just critiquing for the sake of it. You're showing why that first idea isn't quite enough.
Exactly. You're clearing the way, sort of intellectually disarming counter-arguments.
Before you even present your own solutions, so they really stand out.
Okay.
Okay, I see how that impacts the actual structure then.
Oh, so?
Well, your first topic sentence for the first body paragraph, that needs to directly reflect the prompt's initial idea, but focusing on its limits.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Then the second topic sentence, that's your moment. That's where you bring in your own ideas, your solutions, the alternative view.
Okay, let's make this concrete. We've got a great example from the source material. How about this? Some people believe that longer prison sentences are the best way to decrease crime, while others believe that there are alternative ways to decrease crime. Classic setup.
Perfect example. So, applying that structure we just discussed, your first body paragraph's topic sentence would be something like, longer prison sentences are not the way to reduce crime for several reasons.
Right, directly challenging, talking down that initial idea.
Exactly. You're deconstructing it. Then the second topic sentence flips it. On the other hand, there are many other possible solutions to reduce crime. See? You introduce the alternative, sets the stage.
Okay, so we've built the core argument. The body paragraphs are set. But what about wrapping it up? How do you stick the landing with the conclusion?
Good question. The conclusion is pretty standard, actually. Just 2 sentences usually does it.
Okay.
First sentence, just rephrase your main argument. Kind of remind the reader of the main point you've built.
A quick summary.
Pretty much. Then the second sentence is your final opinion. You state clearly that your specific reasons or solutions, maybe refer back to reason 1 and reason 2 you used, that these are far superior ways to reduce crime than longer prison sentences.
Ah, so you explicitly state your position based on the arguments you made. Very clear.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No ambiguity.
What really strikes me is how useful this whole approach is. It's not just for essays, is it? Understanding how to structure this kind of both views argument, well, it helps you clarify any debate like this.
It absolutely does. It gives you that framework. You move past just saying, I think this, or they think that.
Yeah, you start actively proposing, better ways forward based on analyzing the flaws in one approach.
Which brings up a really interesting thought for you, the listener, to mull over. Think about how often you see these both sides arguments pop up.
All the time. News, social media.
Right. Climate change, maybe economic stuff, public health debates. How could applying this kind of analytical framework, challenging one view to really elevate specific solutions, how could that help you understand the nuances better?
Instead of just picking a side.
Exactly. Could it help you spot those alternative solutions in real-world situations? Something powerful to think about, definitely.
Yeah.